As the most rapidly growing segment of the American population, communities of color can and should be one of our greatest assets in the 21st century economy. There is an opportunity to energize and infuse our teacher workforce with new cohorts of talented educators who are rigorously prepared and well supported in their careers. However, the shortcomings of today's education system and the underachievement of many students of color shrink the future supply of teachers of color. In the same vein, when students of color do seek to enter teaching, occupational entry tests or licensure exams, coupled with lower pass rates on these tests by candidates of color, has meant that fewer candidates of color are successful, thus becoming a gateway of selection of who enters the teaching profession and exclusion of those who aspire to become teachers. Recently, the state of Minnesota has replaced the Praxis Occupational Entry Test for teacher licensure with the Minnesota Teacher Licensure Examination, also known as the MTLE. The MTLE Basic Skills portion of the exam currently presents many challenges for all teacher candidates, but more specifically for teacher candidates of color. Although the MTLE Basic Skills test has an increased level of rigor, it also demonstrates a poor track record for passing both white and non-white teacher candidates. In 2010, the MTLE Basic Skills pass rate at the state level was 59% in writing, 64% in reading, and 63% in mathematics, respectively. The exam's basic skills strict cutoff scores have become an additional stressor for teacher candidates in general and specifically for teacher candidates of color. Literature suggests that licensure tests only provide a snapshot of teacher effectiveness and have the potential to both adversely affect diverse candidate outcomes in addition to decreasing the workforce diversity. Many colleges and schools of education across the state are beginning to move towards the requirement that students must pass the MTLE Basic Skills exam for admission into university-based teacher preparation programs. Such a movement may contribute to the shrinking of the future supply of teachers of color. The reasoning behind the push is that historically, students were being admitted into programs but unable to pass the state licensure exam, thus producing unlicensed graduates. In addition, for accreditation purposes, programs were frowned upon for not meeting standards of licensing graduates from their programs. This also presents the ethical question of our programs leading candidates who have lower pass rates on the standardized exam to believe that they can become teachers.